ability to pull it off, it can be a little bit tough. He really needs the cooperation from his team to pull it off.
Right.
And here we go. First ban is Nidalee. Let's see. We have MSOE Fear on blue and Deathcap Cuties on red, which it says is purple, but it's actually red nowadays.
Next ban is
Janna. Interesting.
Janna's actually a really good ban. She's a really, really strong support, really good disengage. They did kind of nerf a few of her abilities in this last few patches, but she's still really, really strong in terms of protecting her team.
Mm-hmm.
And Fizz is always a good ban because Fizz, for some odd reason, always just snowballs, gets really strong early, gets really strong late.
Right.
Continuously burns through teams. It's a good ban. And so is the Echo for that matter too.
Yes. I think these guys were paying attention.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Tarek.
And Tarek.
I was looking forward to seeing him. That's too bad.
I'm say Tarek is one of those really interesting champs.
I think they know. Mm-hmm. I think they know that he plays Zac. Oh, there's the Gragas, like you were saying.
Okay. I wasn't expecting them to first pick the Gragas, but obviously they really feel comfortable with that idea in there.
Right. Actually, kind of surprised that it's not the Rek'Sai, given that Rek'Sai can really have that global positioning, laying down the tunnels and ulting to them at a moment's notice.
Okay. And the first two picks for, you said that's Deathcap for Cutie on the red team? Lulu and Braum. So that's a really protective, I guess, pick in that situation.
They're really going for the utility, high utility in the late game. Likely Lulu going mid, I would say.
Right.
Braum support.
Right. That being said, chances are they're probably going to be going really hardcore into a specific carry, kind of building around them and protecting them. Could possibly see a Kog'Maw from that.
Kog'Maw's been very strong lately.
Right. Kog'Maw, Vayne, possibly even Jhin, just to kind of make sure he gets the most amount of time to do the most amount of damage as they possibly can in a team fight.
Oh, and there's a Tristana.
Tristana and Soraka.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Okay, so...
that's actually what I was expecting. I didn't say so, but... I know I might be like, oh, I knew it all along. I just didn't say it. No, I had the feeling that there was going to be a Kalista coming out with this Braum. Braum's a very tanky support, so being able to throw basically a brick wall at your enemy is kind of an advantage here.
I'm going to say combine that with a Maokai. Yeah, the MSOE Fear is going to have to really go through that front line in order to actually get to the Kalista before she completely rends everything.
Right. Oh, and there's the Poppy and the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate, an interesting pick.
Yeah.
Once again, the sort of global presence there with his ultimate, being able to jump in, assassinate whoever he needs to, and then hopefully get out.
Right.
It's not really ever completely assured with him, but we'll see how he's able to handle the Gambit knockoff.
Right. That being said, this Poppy might have actually been a really good... Ooh, with a Shyvana. Yeah, this Poppy actually might have been a really good pick for MSOE just because a nice Poppy ult will actually clear out the front line.
Yeah.
And if they clear out the front line,
they can get right to Kalista.
They pretty much win a team fight in that situation.
If Kalista doesn't hop away, of course.
Right. But they have Soraka, who has the silence field, Gragas, who can ult her back into the team, Tristana that can jump in, Twisted Fate who can gold card.
Yep.
They have options to get to Kalista. They just have to get to her first.
Right.
Poppy was a really good suggestion, a really good pick in that situation, and
Definitely.
I really, really am looking forward to seeing how that actually works out in this next match now.
Oh, yeah. Especially with this interesting to note how with the Lulu, they still have a little support on the back end. They still have that protection if they're able to knock everyone else out of the way. With the Shyvana and the Braum and the Maokai going in, those very high tank champions just sort of being the wall for them. But then even if they do get knocked out of the way by the Poppy, you still have a Lulu shield that can go out and provide at least a little bit more protection.
Right. Also, it does kind of seem like if Poppy ults at the wrong time, Shyvana can jump back in, Braum can jump back in, Mao can jump back in.
Yeah, you just see a Poppy ult go out, knock Shyvana up, and then she just turns into a dragon and floats back down.
Exactly. Like the Poppy ult, if done completely right, can knock out the front line. But if it's done completely wrong, it'll give MSOE Fear a really bad sense of security, where they'll go in, but the front line will come right back in, CC them down. Callista, if she goes ahead and gets that Runaan's Hurricane really early, she'll start to multi-target really quick. Like I said, get those ring stacks in, and that pretty much clears everything out really quick.
Well, if what we hear about their communication is true, possibly one of them would be perceptive enough to notice, you did that wrong, let's not go in.
Right.
So maybe they won't be too eager. We'll just have to see.
All right.
So we've still got the little countdown going because...
gotta have that delay.
Yep.
Make sure no one does
No
anything
ghosting.
weird.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Also, something I just noticed, Tristana has exhaust.
You're right.
Now, most ADCs tend to either go with heal, or most normal ADCs go with heal. Some might go with ignites.
Or barrier.
Right.
But it seems switched here.
Yeah.
So Soraka's going to be putting out the double heals with both her abilities and her summoner spell there. Perhaps it was a mistake, maybe.
No.
Or they did it on purpose. I don't know.
I think they might have actually did it on purpose. So, like, there's a mastery that's supposed to increase healing.
Right.
And if Soraka has a heal and she's also healing, all of those heals are actually amplified.
Right.
So,
okay.
Tristana,
That's a good point.
I'm under the assumption, wants to snowball really quickly. So when she starts to hop in on someone, someone also brought up she might be going Rage Blade Triss too. That way she stays really on top of the person that she's fighting against. If she rocket jumps in, that's a slow. She exhausts, that's another slow, plus damage reduction.
Yeah, with that high mobility, she will be able to lend the exhaust to her advantage.
Right.
And able to jump around.
She will quickly get that 8 stacks off and just proceed to try and shred the person or the team as it comes up.
Definitely.
All right. So it looks like we're starting to load up this game now.
Yep. Looks like we need to shrink the window a little bit. But, yeah. So, gonna be really excited to see this match play out.
Yep.
Excuse us, ladies and gentlemen, while we try to get this all set up. Still getting it. Oh, and here we go.
All right. And so, I mean, I'm under the assumption that Callista's going to go ahead and ult.
And immediately pause. Something went wrong. Somebody's probably not loaded in quite yet.
Yeah, Tristana. Tristana seems to have DC'd, so we'll have to wait a few seconds for her to get back in the game.
Right.
Again, though, it seems like if I wanted to go with blue team, I'd say they would be a kill team, as in they want to go in, team fight, or...
They're really up in your face.
Right. Purple team in this situation is more of...
Well, actually, purple team has a lot of up in your face as well, with the Maokai and the Shyvana being able to get those gap closers in with Shyvana's ultimate and Maokai's little his jump to you.
Yeah, they might be more of... I was about to say, I was going to say kill team too, but they might be kill defensive. They might wait for someone, right? Rather than going in and trying to pick people off themselves, they're waiting for someone to make a positioning error. And when they do that, that's when all of a sudden everyone jumps in on them.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're back up.
Oh.
So Tristana has her stuff going, and now
And they're off.
they're off. All of them are running in bot lane. I don't know. They might be invading. But then again, red team seems to be doing the same thing.
I think they understand the capabilities of each other. They want to stay cautious, make sure that nobody's caught out alone,
Right.
especially during this early jungle phase.
Oh, here we go.
We got the caravans moving.
Yep. Red team is moving around towards red buff. Blue team is
Oh, and blue
moving
team knows
back.
they're pinging in.
Oh. We got some caution pings.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Red's saying to be careful.
Here they come.
Oh,
and we're
and
about
they're
to get a
ready
team
for 'em.
fight. Oh. And the fight
Oh, the
starts.
Shyvana running in to tank all that damage, but she has to immediately get out. All the damage coming in, especially these tank champions are not as tanky as they need to be in this early game.
Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Tristana got a reset. She got another reset.
Blue getting the very early advantage here against Red. This is very unfortunate for Red, but it's going to lead to quite the powerhouse for Blue here. Almost acing
Let me say
Red right off the bat.
Almost a pre-2-minute ace this early in the game. Tristana has 2 of those kills. Poppy has 1. Twisted Fate has 1. 3 assists. They are in a really, really strong position now.
Yes, MSOE Fear really benefited heavily from that tragic mistake by Red Team there. They were a bit too cocky. I think they thought that they could actually fight that out, even though they didn't have the jump on Blue there.
Right.
The Death Caps didn't play their cards right, so to speak.
No. Now, in terms of like how that played out, I mean, Twisted Fate's always going to be really good for early invades like that, just because of the gold card. Say Tristana depends on what she's actually using. The fact that she kind of waited and used rocket or put points in the rocket jump once the fight broke out, so she could get those resets, was really, really a good idea on her part.
Yes, she was quite confident in her ability to survive that fight and also get the assists and kills that she needed to keep trudging the fight forward in their advantage. And Poppy laying down a lot of bully damage against Maokai here. Poppy seeming to have the advantage in lane with her shielding from her passive and her stuns from her just shoving Maokai around. Also, Poppy's the kind of champion who can now just get right up in your face, smack some down, like a lot of damage down on your face right just the minute she gets close to you.
Right.
With that little hammer blast that she's got now with the slow, it really means that if you stay to try to fight, you're going to be taking a lot of damage.
Right.
With her little ranged poke. We got a gank
Shyvana.
from Shyvana. Unfortunately,
That
from the
didn't work out.
counter jungling Gragas really throwing his weight around.
Really?
They have the early advantage, so they're going to use it.
Right.
They understand that they really have the ability to crack down on Red, and Red's going to really need a good team fight coming up soon, which it probably isn't going to happen because we're in laning phase, so not going to be a team fight for a little while. But unless if they can start picking up the kills for them, they are not going to be able to get this advantage back.
Right, because right now it's over a 2K gold advantage towards Blue.
Oh yeah.
So, and most of that money seems to be actually centered on their carries for the most part.
Blue seems to be, MSW Fear seems to be pushing all of their lanes very quickly.
Yeah, they know Shyvana can't actually do anything about the situation right now, so because of that,